deck today, in the afternoon. I wanted something quick and light. I didn't want to go into insights or anything, especially following two very inspiring men over here. But they've actually helped my case in what I'm about to present. I want to talk about why I'm so excited to be a part of the industry right now, part of the technology industry right now. There's so much going on. Like, you look at it today and there's, already started, like you look at the talk of the year right now, self-driving cars. It's happening, it's there, it's all around the world. Smart homes, bit on what you touched upon earlier. Artificial intelligence and the possibilities that it's going to bring. It's my latest obsession right now. I've been obsessing over artificial intelligence for months right now. Even space travel has gotten very exciting again. Now, I don't know if anybody saw this yesterday. Cassini, it got to Saturn and it flies through the planet and the ring and really exciting stuff, stuff we would have never imagined that's going to happen. And this might sound shallow or immature for you guys, but you got to keep something in mind. I'm an 80s kid. I grew up to movies such as Arabnet over here, Space Odyssey. Space Odyssey touched upon AI and the conflict of when machines get smarter than humans. Star Trek: The Next Generation and everything it included. Back to the Future, you're talking about a car that travels back to, we didn't get there yet. Yes and no. But there was Knight Rider, there was the talking car. I sat in Kent when I was 8 years old at Universal Studios. I spoke to the car spoke back. Unbelievable. It was a self-driving car, Kevin.
The name of the actor was Michael Knight, no?
Michael Knight, there you go. That was the character's name. The Jetsons, okay, not sci-fi, but it's a cartoon. A lot of it, you're seeing it happen, a cleaning robot, flying cars, not there yet, but no, we're getting there. And of course, I watch every Star Wars. I'm a geek at heart, an 80s kid, and you look at all this technology that's happening, and I saw these in movies. You didn't think you were ever going to see the light of day. You never thought it was going to happen, yani. It was fantasy, it was imagination. We're never going to see this. Why? I mean, the 80s, the internet wasn't even there. If any of you know of Sinclair, I learned how to use a Sinclair when I was 8 years old. They taught us basic programming. It looked like something like this. That's what the screen looked like. Yeah, our excitement was excitement. I was able to draw a 2D robot with okay. How could you even think, artificial intelligence is singularity? For me, this fascinates me. Right now, you're looking at stuff like video calling. We saw these in movies. Video calling, we don't even look at it as technology anymore. It's not. It's something on your phone. Everybody has it. It's a part of life. Most kids don't even know what life was like before that. They didn't know in my days, a fax machine was a great thing. In my days, I was my dad's remote control. And luckily, there was only 2 or 3 TV stations. Yeah. Thank God he has a remote control for endless number of channels. He goes through and all he does is click. How he lived back in the 70s, honestly. Cleaning robots, the Jetsons. Hello, it's there, and it's been there for at least 15 years, I think. So the technology is developing so rapidly. There's so much going on, there's so many advancements, and we can't keep up. And this excites me. This is why I love to do what I do. I'll give you an example. If you look at your phone right now, the microprocessor is a lot more powerful on your phone right now than the microprocessor that was on the Apollo 13 that landed on the moon. It's more powerful than that. And I'm making 4 decades. Well, a lot of the movies we're talking about, which is here's where things can become real. Odyssey, you're talking about an AI. It's from a book that was written 60 years ago. The movie was made 40 years ago. These people weren't visionaries, or were they? Or did visionaries get their ideas from movies and books? But it's amazing where we are today. And part of all this technology advancements that's happening was all these debates or discussions. Is this the end of the human race? And should we stop? Should we regulate? Do we need world governance? What's required? There's a whole battle going on between robots and humans today. Robots are going to take humans. Stephen Hawking thing is going to be the end of the human race. This guy, I don't know. I'm not going to say. So for me, it's what? better way than to be part of this? I'm like excited about technology, and I love like just seeing the stuff. Like I'm sitting here in Beirut, and we're like, it's not like something that's happening in Silicon Valley, like most people think. It's like happening on NASA, and it's happening. So it's happening everywhere in the region. And this is why I really love my job. I skipped this slide. Okay, we'll go to it. This is one reason why I really love what I do. Every time we start doing a bit of research, and for example, a few months ago, I did an article about technology and banking in the region. I started digging the research. I did that. There's so much happening across the world and regionally. I'm like, no, somebody needs to tell the story. So we created the whole issue. Can pay for it in one day. I don't know if you guys saw, they created this beautiful report on fintech or the ecosystem. At the time when this magazine came out, the report wasn't there. The numbers weren't there. We're like, there's a story that needs to be told. So we go in and we create like how augmented reality is playing a role, and it's happening in a lot of banks today in the Emirates, so Bank Aldi over here. Virtual reality in banks, beacons, AI, big data, anything. So we go in and we do the research and we dig and you find this information, and I used to hate banking. I come from a communications background, by the way. Whenever I used to get a finance client or a banking client, it was the most boring job for me in the world. Like, I'm not a numbers person. And next thing I know, I've created a magazine on banking and fintech, and I suggested it. While I was working on it, but said no, thank you. It's something that gets me excited. We have this whole like infograph of like images that we've done of what the future of the branch is going to look like. What is it going to include? What's available today, Kaman? This is like, for example, a big shock to everybody. Like we go to banks and we show them this and they're surprised of the amount of fintechs موجود بالمنطقة across the region. These are just some of the major players in different categories. And right, there's over 100 fintechs. Nobody even knew that. Our upcoming issue, our whole feature is on smart homes. How did homes suddenly get so smart, and what's like the network protocols and whatever that play, you know more on that. How we got here. What's playing a role, and we've done this whole thing, and like we've mapped out what the current home has, like the current smart homes have, and what we expect the future homes to have. By future, I'm نحكي 5 years, ما حنحكي 50 سنة. Self-driving cars. What's made them, like how did we get here today? Like we've created this whole timeline of all the technologies, من أيام Leonardo da Vinci until today, that got us to where we are today. What's under the hood? What makes cars autonomous? What electric vehicles come in? We do, whether in the magazine or on the website, we constantly dig and read, and this is beautiful because anybody who's in our division, like most of us in the department, like most of the Detroit team, we have Nadine here with us today, do not come from a tech background. Every day we're learning something new. And once you get in, you love it. We're not tech experts. We're just geeks. We're fans, and we love being a part of it. Something else that we do is we always write advice columns for startups. We've got a series on our website that comes out every Thursday that's called Startup 101. How to pitch investors, how to, what should your deck include, how to scale, how to find your right mentor, that kind of thing. I figured today, just for the fun of it, since I'm the one here presenting, I wanted to introduce this little advice column that we did was on pitching to journalists the do's and don'ts. Because you'd be surprised what we get. And since this industry has been growing and evolving, there's all these new startups that keep coming up, and our inboxes get flooded by people who want us to review products. It's funny sometimes, please review a product, it will be launched in 6 months. Like, how do you review a product that's not even out? And so we get like all these random kind of emails. So finally we decided, you know what, stop. If you guys want to pitch to us, and I'm going to put this link, full of like do's and don'ts. We'll start with the don'ts. Cut the jargon. By jargon, I mean, مش ضروري تجي تقولوا لي innovative, disruptive, synergy. It's like, you guys, enough. Just cut to the basics. Hyperbole. I seriously, maktub over here, I've gotten an email from someone telling me they're the leading groundbreaking and mind-blowing company that will atomize the society to a granular level. And we're like, what? بكفي. You're not the leading, you're not the most innovative, you're not. Remove that fluff, remove the hyperbole, please. Your font matters. If you're emailing me, please do not email me in Comic Sans and in fuchsia to get my attention. That's not going to get my attention. That's just going to get me to delete the email right away. Don't assimilate your company. يعني كل الcompanies that come and tell us we are like Uber for X. مثل Uber بس نحن ما بعرف شو. Stop cheapening your brand. Tell me what your company does. Don't tell me you're the Uber for X but for food or for whatever. And those emails we get at 3 a.m. يعني if you're going to send like best شوي, I don't like to say this, but شوي common sense. If you're going to email me on a Saturday night at 3 a.m. by Monday morning, your email's probably going to be at the very bottom of the pile. Plus, when I'm out partying or when I'm marathoning on Westworld or whatever, and I see an email pop up in my inbox, you're not going to be my favorite person, honestly speaking. So here's what we do recommend.
Except if you are in a different zone.
In a different time zone?
Yeah.
Probably on vacation.
So don't email me at that.
Yeah, that's out there. So, what I usually recommend to startups, instead of just sending us some standardized press release, get to know us, check what we write about, see what our style is like, approach us, be friendly. Like, we're friendly, we don't bite, and judge we don't. We're like, we want to help, we're here. One reason I am part of this industry is like, I want to be able to support this industry in whatever capabilities I can. So get to know us, talk to us, send me something, and like, maybe yes, sometimes I put that up there. Add me on Twitter or LinkedIn if it helps. I don't mind. Add me on Facebook is a better one. I really don't mind. Talk to me, have a chat with me. If you are going to email me, if you're going to approach me in person, there are certain questions you're going to need to know the answers to if you've got a startup. What does your company do, for example? You've got to be able to answer that. What are the problems you're trying to solve? What kind of competitors? We don't have competitors. Trust me, everybody has competitors. If not, tell me what market space you're going into. If you know who your competitors are, what's your added value? We're the exact same, but we're going to spend more on marketing. That doesn't make you better. You've got to have an added value if you're entering the market. How much traction have you received so far to date? How do you monetize? How big is the market you're addressing? Like, these are basic questions any founder needs to know the answer to. Are you done stopping? I can send you the link, Elizabeth. Again, if I'm at an event and you approach me, or like during networking, you want to come to me and pitch your startup, please feel free to do so. I enjoy it. We can have a conversation. I'll probably ask the same questions that Hella سألتهم. And I'll play devil's advocate, and it's not because I want to push you down, it's بالعكس. It's me trying to get the best answers out of you. And trust me, I'm a lot easier than a lot of the investors are going to pitch to. I think they're going to burn you down before they give you any money, honestly speaking. If they do. Instead of sending me an email that's like 3 pages long, filled with jargon, or hyperbole, or leading, keep it brief, keep it basic. We can have a conversation. Mali, there's nothing wrong. You can tell me, here's the basics, here's what we do. I'd like to pitch this to you. You want to have a chat. But don't send me like one of those emails that you keep scrolling down and please. Because we really are not going to be good. Totally honest over here. Yes, and you think this is like a common one. Have your product ready. There's no way I can review or give you a profile or anything. It's like, ما في product. There's nothing there yet. نحن عم نفكر to launch وعم نفكر نعمل. I can't review. I can't put it I can't profile you. I can't put you in our. Everybody loves our 10 startups on our radar. We do this seasonally. We always create a list of 10 startups that everybody should keep an eye out on, and everybody wants to be a part of that list. By all means, yes. But you've got to be at least 6 months old, active. You've created some fund, you've got some funding, you've got something. So I can actually write a proper profile so that when investors look at this list, there's something there. They'll have a reason to approach you. There's a startup that's thinking of launching. And that's it, really. That was why I'm excited about the tech industry. That's why I love being at Arabnet. We do all of this research, we share all this kind of information within our website, our magazine, at our events, and constant research reports that will be published. Thank you very much.